A disciplined mind brings happiness. Radiate boundless love towards the entire world. Give, even if you only have a little. Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer badness with goodness. Conquer meanness with generosity. Conquer dishonesty with truth. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. Let none find fault with others, let none see the omissions and commissions of others. But let one see one's own acts, done and undone. Should a person do good, let him do it again and again. Let him find pleasure therein, for blissful is the accumulation of good. Should you find a wise critic to point out your faults, follow him as you would a guide to hidden treasure. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. Better it is to live one day seeing the rise and fall of things than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. The root of suffering is attachment. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. The world is afflicted by death and decay. But the wise do not grieve, having realized the nature of the world. To support mother and father, to cherish wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupation, this is the greatest blessing. All tremble at violence, all fear death. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill nor cause another to kill. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. It is better to do nothing, than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do to yourself. Health is the greatest gift, contentment is the greatest wealth. Love the whole world as a mother loves her only child. Everything that happens to us is the result of what we ourselves have thought, said, or done. We alone are responsible for our lives. Set your heart on doing good. Do it over and over again, and you will be filled with joy. You must love yourself before you love another. By accepting yourself and fully being what you are, your simple presence can make others happy. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world. If the problem can be solved, why worry? If the problem cannot be solved, worrying will do you no good. The way to happiness is, keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry. Live simply, give much. Fill your life with love. Do as you would be done by. Faith and prayer both are invisible, but they make impossible things possible. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the world. They blame those who remain silent, they blame those who speak much, they blame those who speak in moderation. There is none in the world who is not blamed. Just as the great ocean has one taste, the taste of salt, so also this teaching and discipline has one taste, the taste of liberation. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows them like a never-departing shadow. It is in the nature of things that joy arises in a person free from remorse. Purity and impurity depend on oneself, no one can purify another. Understanding is the heartwood of well-spoken words. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame. There is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires. Resolutely train yourself to attain peace. Our life is shaped by our mind, we become what we think. Suffering follows an evil thought as the wheels of a cart follow the oxen that draw it. Our life is shaped by our mind, we become what we think. Joy follow a pure thought like a shadow that never leaves. Conquer anger through gentleness, unkindness through kindness, greed through generosity, and falsehood by truth. Train your eyes and ears, train your nose and tongue. The senses are good friends when they are trained. Train your body in deeds, train your tongue in words, train your mind in thoughts. This training will take you beyond sorrow. You cannot travel the path until you have become the path itself. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. Be truthful, do not yield to anger. Give freely, even if you have but little. The gods will bless you. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. It is easy to see the faults of others, but difficult to see one's own faults. One shows the faults of others like chaff winnowed in the wind, but one conceals one's own faults as a cunning gambler conceals his dice. Meditation brings wisdom, lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Better than 1,000 hollow words, is one word that brings peace. When you attain victory over yourself, not even the gods can turn it into defeat.